Hey guys, what's up? It's Brendan, and we are back with more NBA 2K14 GM mode. First of all, I want to apologize for not doing an NBA video in the past week, as well as the GM mode for my SmackDown vs. Raw series as well. I've been pretty much focusing on Universe mode in recent weeks, so probably will be the case in the next coming weeks as well, because I got exams and things going on, so I apologize for that, but there will be more NBA videos coming. I'm not stopping the series, I'm going to continue doing it, so I can bet your bottom dollar on that. So, last episode, I asked you guys, we need a free agent. Who should we sign? And you guys kind of gave me a lot of names, and some were a bit outlandish, some were, yeah, probably could happen, but some of you guys suggested Ben Gordon, and I think that's a good decision to make. I think Ben Gordon is a good fit for our team. I think we'll try and pursue him, but we have to use the mind trick pitch here to try and persuade him, because we couldn't afford him, really. He was asking about $1 million more than we can spare, but we are using the pitch, so we should be able to sign him here. So I think Ben Gordon will be a good fit for the team. I think we have Kemba Walker right now out injured. He should be back in, well, a week's worth of games, so however many games that is. So he's going to be back soon, and we're still on the waiting game for him. Obviously, we probably could play him, but he's not going to be 100%, so there's no real point playing him and risking him aggravating his injury just for the sake of, you know, him coming off the bench or whatever, not even playing 100%. So, it is official, Ben Gordon has signed with the Charlotte Bobcats, so that's a big signing for us. It's an important signing for us because, you know, our bench is really lacking. As you can see here, this is our roster. We are lacking a lot of depth right now. We only have a couple of guys in the 70s and one guy in the 80 overall mark at the moment. And obviously, Kemba Walker is there. He's 74 overall right now. He's -9, so it is a bit of a risk to play him. You know, obviously we could and still get a bit of, you know, an impact out of him, I would assume. But I don't think there's really much of a point in risking him, you know, being out in the sidelines for 3, 4, 5 months, or even the season, you know, just for a couple of games. So I think we'll just keep him on the bench, let him rest up, and when he's 100% ready to go, then we'll bring him back in the team. So we got Ben Gordon to replace him for now. I know he's a shooting guard, but we're going to put him at the point guard for now, because I think Henderson's been doing a good job, and Ridnour, I don't think really has the skills to be a starting point guard in our team for, you know, at least long term. You know, we did get a couple of wins. We are 2 wins in a row right now. We're 2-1, so we are doing well. And Ridnour did perform well in the 2 games that he did start for, but I don't think, you know, long term he's a good fit. So we're going to try and see how Ben Gordon goes as a starter. And you know, if Gordon does play well as a starter, then we may shift Henderson to the bench long term and make Henderson 6-man. So we're just having a look at some goals and things we wanted to do. So I think we did achieve a goal. The owner wanted us to sign a 6-man with a 70 overall rating or above, and I think we did that with signing Ben Gordon. I don't know if, you know, we didn't really want Ben Gordon to be a 6-man really, but it doesn't matter. Still got the objective anyway. So we start this one off. We are playing the Knicks. So this is going to be a tough battle for us. We're 2 wins in a row, and we start off with a pretty bad turnover there. So we're still trying to. I haven't played a lot of NBA as Carmelo Anthony starts as one over the 3-pointer. I haven't played too much of NBA 2K14, and now you can probably obviously see that I'm making a hell of a lot of mistakes and not really playing. I'm not that great at the game to say, you know, the least. You know, I'm not really an all-star caliber player, but I'm just kind of getting used to getting back on the game and trying to find my style again. As Zeller with a nice little rebound here. So playing the Knicks, we got some really good victories in the previous episode, which I highly recommend you guys check out the first 2 episodes of GM mode. And you know, we went down to the Cavaliers in our first game. It was obviously really disappointing, but you know, we did hit back strong with 2 big victories, including an away victory as well. So we've won 1 at home and away. So that's really important, I think, for us to win on the road, and hopefully we can continue that trend by beating the Knicks here. So we've started off strong, a 12-8 lead here, so that's a good sign for us as Kid Gilchrist with the fast break jam. So a good start for us, and that's, I think, is really important, because normally I do start really poorly and then I try and come back at the end, but by the time I do try and come back, I think there's too much time has been passed, and I just can't do it. So we are at the end of the first quarter here. Looks as though it's going to be, well, a late second, last second little dunk there. So we're going to get into the first quarter. By the end of it, it's going to be 17 plays 10. So a good start to this one. A 7-point lead. Of course, it is 6-minute quarters now. If you guys hadn't noticed, the last videos have been 4-minute quarters. So I've raised the quarter length now to 6 minutes because you guys did request it. Some of you guys were requesting, 8 to 10 or 12-minute recorders. It takes like an hour to play a game as it is, so it's a bit frustrating to kind of sift through and find highlights of the game and show the game without making the videos too long. So 6-minute quarters is probably going to be where it stays for now, as Carmelo with the fake and hits a 3. So he's had a great start to this one already. He's going to be very difficult for us to contain, as Gordon, well, he's trying to make a bit of an impact for us, and with a beautiful steal follows out the layup there. So I think Gordon, him coming into the team, is going to be very vital for us long term, because having a little bit more depth, obviously with Walker going down straight away, that obviously leaves a bit of a question mark on the team straight away, and obviously leaves a bit of an asterisk as well. Who's going to fill Walker's boots? Obviously he's not out for too long, luckily, only a 1 to 2 week injury, but it could have been 3-4 months, and where would we be right now if that was the case? So we certainly need to look at perhaps signing another free agent if we can, to try and bring them into the team as well. I don't think we really have too much room in the cap, so perhaps a trade is certainly an option. I was looking at a trade, but the guys that the owner wanted me to trade, I couldn't really trade them out for anybody, because most teams you can only trade one for one, not 2 or 3 for 1. So it's a bit of a difficult situation trying to avoid full rosters and things like that. So halftime, it is the Knicks looking pretty good. They're coming back. As you can see, Carmelo there. That's a beautiful fake move from before. So it is a close one, but we've still got the lead for now. And I don't think there's too much in between these two teams right now. Is Felton with the miss, and he follows it back up, and he'll get it. So that's a great little piece of work there from Felton. So obviously, the Bobcats, we've had a pretty decent start, a 2-1, and obviously I don't think we're really expecting too much out of this team, as Carmelo, well, he is just almost impossible to defend right now. Another 3-point shot, he is nailed. So right now we are in a decent position. I think we are struggling a little bit with the injury, to Walker. I think if we did have Walker on the court, I think we would probably be 3-0, to be honest with you. But hopefully we can just continue working away, chip it away, and I think the goal of this GM mode would just to be make the playoffs. Winning the whole thing would be fantastic. I would love to do that for you guys, but I don't think I probably could, to be honest with you. I don't think we have the roster to really go all the way. So I think if we can make the playoffs, I think that'll be a good achievement enough. I think that'll be hard to achieve, but if we can do it, I think that'll be satisfying and fulfilling enough. And maybe we can go deep in the playoffs. That'd be really good as well. At least maybe get in the conference finals. That'd be great. But it's got a long way to go before we're even close to being there yet. It's the start of the season. So, we do have, we are lacking in the roster, and I think, if we can look at the free agency and perhaps look for some, trades or some free agents, bulk up the roster a little bit, I think we can, certainly be in a good position here, as this one is certainly getting close here as we heading in towards the 4th quarter, and New York leveling it up here towards the end of the 3rd, as Henderson hits a 3, gives Charlotte back the lead, 47 plays 44. So this is going to be a close one, you can tell, as the Knicks hit back straight away. 26 seconds to go in the 3rd. So we'll see how this ends here and how we go into the 4th quarter. Hopefully we can get another basket here, as Gordon with the mistake. Odom now with the ball down to Brown, and the fast break has been halted. Felton unable to get the ball away, and he slowed things down. Going to play for the clock. Martin get the last second shot. 47 plays 48. So it looks like the Knicks will probably have the lead heading in towards the 4th quarter, unless we can pull something off here. Henderson, last second shot is no good. So 47 plays 48. The Bobcats away from home, unfortunately. Well, we had a good start, but we're not really finishing off very, very well. We had a good first half. The second half not really proving too kindly for us, as Shumpert, he's moves away from the paint, fade away. Beautiful stuff, and it's just a step back, fade away shot there. 52-51 as McRoberts he dunks it down. And McRoberts was meant to be a starter, but I think, you know, the Zeller combination, I think, is working a little bit better. I'm not too high on McRoberts right now. He hasn't really impressed me that much. But to be honest with you, neither is Zeller. So I think that power forward position is still open up in the air. You know, it could go to either of those two guys. McRoberts, I think he's looking to put on a good couple of games in the next few games. He may perhaps clinch that spot for a short term. Whereas, you know, Zeller, obviously the owner's goal was to play Zeller for over 26 minutes a game. So immediately our first instinct is to keep Zeller as a starter to try and achieve that goal for the season. And I think McRoberts, he can play a good role off the bench, but I don't think he's going to be a starting material for us just quite yet. I think Zeller certainly can fill that role a little better, in my opinion. And so far, he's done pretty well. So it's a level game as Carmelo. He'll change that, makes it 59-57. And obviously, Carmelo has played very, very well right now. And Felton as well. Those two guys have combined many times so far in this game and really made it difficult for the Bobcats to contend. And, you know, the Bobcats defense certainly lacking right now. And, you know, it's starting to get a little better in recent games. But, you know, you still see some silly shots being, you know, deployed from the Bobcats. So their offense still a little bit rusty. And the defense, some easy shots are getting put in from time to time as well. So, and as just a simple example of a very easy to avoid mistake, Henderson draws the foul with 2 minutes to go, or just under 2 minutes under the clock, and Felton will go to the line for 2. So a few of these little mistakes that we could certainly avoid and take out of my game could certainly lead towards a couple, you know, probably a couple more victories, to be honest, because, you know, a lot of the times when I do play, it does go down to the wire, and it's down to the fact that I've made a silly pass or made a, you know, lost the ball or caused a silly foul, something like that. So those are the little things that really make it difficult. As Gordon, he hits a 3. I think that might be his first for the game. It's a big-time 3 coming into the game late. 61 plays 61. So like I said, a couple of little easy to avoid errors. You take them out of the game, and that could be the difference between a win and a loss. Is, well, Anthony again, 20 points. He's got 4 from 4 from the three-point arc. That's hard to contend with, you know. 12 points coming from threes. Is go for another 3. It's a miss. 54 seconds on the clock. 63 plays 61. And now it's going to be down to the Stars as we look to get a steal. And we had the mistake, but we couldn't pick the ball up. And then we tried to go for it again. Drew the foul. And the first from 2 for Felton is good. So that's a, you know, that's a little 50-50 play there. That if that had gone our way, get the ball back, perhaps have a fast break situation, get the dunk, and then all of a sudden it's 63-63 rather than 65-61. So just those little different differentials right there can really change the game for us. There's 33 seconds to go. Obviously the pressure is on to perhaps hit a 3. And Gordon for 3. He hits it! Well, that's a big-time play. He had to hit a shot, had to get points no matter what. A 3-point would be lovely, and he hit it. And now, probably a bad decision to go for the foul early there. But, you know, I figured, look, you know, they're probably going to wind down the clock. If they do make the shot, we're only going to have, you know, 3 or 5 seconds to make a shot. So better to draw the foul and have a couple of opportunities to get some points here. As Gordon has been the man here in the 4th quarter. Henderson's been good as well. It's going to be down to one of those two guys. We have to get a shot off really quickly here. They're struggling here to get one off. There's nothing really doing. Gordon probably for a rush 3-point shot. No good. And you can tell this one's probably going to be all over here. But Stoudemire going for 2. He misses the first. If he misses this one as well, the Bobcats still have a chance to level this one up. He does miss it. Here we go. 5 seconds to go on the clock. Zeller, Henderson, I don't think he's even beyond the 3. It doesn't matter because he's missed it. And the Knicks take this one out. It really was the Carmelo show. And this one, 67 plays 64. The Bobcats going down again. That's disappointing. But Ray Felton actually got the player of the game, so he snuck away with that one. I think it really was Carmelo in my opinion, but you can see 9 assists and 13 points there. Felton kind of set up Carmelo all game, really making Carmelo's life pretty easy. So he done very well with Felton. So unfortunately we've gone down. We're 2 from 2 now. So a bit of a shaky start to the season for the Bobcats. Ben Gordon played well though, our new addition to the roster. I thought he played very, very well. So there's some positive signs coming out of this game. Hopefully we can lead in towards the next couple of games with a couple more victories. And as you can see, we got the Raptors and then we play the Knicks again. So hopefully we can beat the Raptors and come into our second Knicks game at home with a victory. Thanks guys for watching. That's going to do it for this week's episode of GM Mode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.